Listen to those fans.
Our referee, Mr. Richie Davis, will now give his final instructions to both boxers. This is 12 3-minute rounds for the Featherweight Championship of Great Britain and the Commonwealth.
Okay, fellas, you both had your instructions in the dressing rooms. It's going to be a good, clean contest and defend yourselves at all times. God bless you both.
Intriguing battle of skills, pressure and wit, surely to witness for the British and Commonwealth 9-stone titles. The youthful vigour, strength and talent of Harrison, the experience, determination and pride of the old warhorse Robinson, who still looks in terrific shape, coming in at 8 stone, 12 3/4 physically perfect, and all the pressure will be on the new Braveheart, something he'll thrive on, or will he crumble under the wisdom of the Welshman, who's sprung so many surprises in the past. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, now and again you see a match-up that just can't fail to be a great fight, and this is one of them. Both similar styles, both like to box the same way, in range at all times. They don't want to fiddle around, straight down to business, and that's what we're getting here, right down to business, both men.
Robinson told me he will take Harrison into new territory. But it's a good start from the Scot.
A low punch straight away from Robinson.
Robinson favours those digs to the body. He likes to get close, pin a fighter back up against the ropes like this. Harrison, who can start slowly, he did in his last defence against Gary Thornhill. Took a couple of rounds to really get going. Good left hand from Robinson. Seemed to just shake Harrison a little.
Yeah, it caught him clean on the chin, that one. Harrison's an excellent chin, but that one got him bang on the point. But throwing the effects immediately, he's in good shape.
Battle of the jabs in the centre of the ring, where we may see a great deal of action here. There's a mark from that left hook under the right eye of Scott Harrison. This is just another little stepping stone for the Cambuslang fighter, who's fought 2 former world champions before in Tracy Harris-Patterson and Tom Johnson. This Steve Robinson, though, not faded just yet.
Well, you have to expect Robinson to do his best work early. A couple of little leaks appearing in Harrison's defensive. That's a lovely right hand and his legs have gone. That one is shaking him up. He needs his experience here, Adam.
Got his gloves up, but the legs were buckled of Steve Robinson. Right hands going in from Harrison. What a first round here in Glasgow. He holds on, Steve Robinson, using those 12 years of professional experience, but a barrage of punches coming from Harrison.
He hasn't thrown the effects, Adam. He's still stunned. He's boxing on instinct here. He's just looking at the floor and trying to survive here. That punch seemed to catch him high, but it's robbed him of his senses. He needs to hear this bell.
Trying to fight bravely back, Robinson, with the left hooks to the body. And now it's his turn to try and mount an offensive. 1 or 2 just straying on the low side. Wow, Harrison nods at Robinson, who was shaken badly.
Legs still unsteady, Adam. He hasn't thrown. They better get the ice pack on the neck here. That's just what they're doing now. Get some cold water. Great old trick, just lift up the shorts and pour the cold water down.
Di Gardner, his manager and trainer there, who's been with him for so long. That was the right hand, Jim, that really shook Robinson.
Well, look from where I'm sitting here, it caught him high, but it definitely robbed him of his senses, and his experience got him through there. Maybe less of experienced fighters would have started blazing back, but he knew he was hurt. Bang, yeah, just caught him a little bit high. But what a beauty that was. But onto safety mode, and as I say, his experience got him through there. He knew when to hold, when to punch back, and when just to survive, and that's exactly what he did.
More thrown and more landed from Scott Harrison, who also had to take a left hook too from Robinson, but got the better of the first round, and that was so important here. British and Commonwealth featherweight titles up for grabs. It's the second defence of the British and fourth defence of the Commonwealth for the 24-year-old Scott Harrison here in the black trunks. local fighter, proud to be back in Glasgow. He won the Commonwealth title here back in January 2000. But it's been nearly 2 years till he can reappear in front of his fans. Has Steve Robinson shaken off the effects of that right hand?
Harrison looking the more compact at the moment, the more controlled. Robinson reaching with these punches, and I wonder if he has thrown the effects of that. Now Harrison nice and cool, he knows that the chance will come again.
Growing in confidence so much, Scott Harrison. He's been made to start quicker than usual here. The way he moves up through the gears so effectively when he has his man hurt. When he won the British title against Richie Wenton, he just did that, didn't he?
Yeah, well, there's a maturity about Harrison's work now. He's a man now, he's not a kid any longer, and he's proving that here. He took Robinson's best shots in the first round and come right through them. But Robinson needs a little bit of a success. He's got to land a big shot just to get himself psychologically back into this. Harrison's in the driving seat. This round is close, but the quality of work is coming from Harrison.
Left hook again, just on the top of the head, partially blocked, but the uppercut got through, and Harrison's starting to really get to work now. Looks physically so much bigger in there, doesn't he?
See, Robinson is trying to push him back. That's what he has to do to try to take some of the sting out of his punches, but he can't sustain that. Harrison, as I say, the maturity, he's standing his ground, taking what he's got and pushing him back again. Leaky defence from Robinson, and that's unusual. Head is far too stationary, Adam.
Very upright, Robinson. The legs maybe starting to slow at 32. The size of Harrison's thighs compared to Robinson. Really chunky featherweight.
But Robinson has to dent the confidence that Harrison's building here. Tremendous start from Harrison, and he's just getting better. Low punching again from Robinson on the blind side of the referee.
Harrison still looking for those uppercuts to squeak in underneath the guard. It's a good left hook to the body, but Robinson showed no ill effect. Another one whips in.
Harrison is doing a job on Robinson at this point. I did not expect that. I expected Robinson maybe going to an early lead, but that hasn't happened.
Busy start and so much more to come. If you have ordered this special event and experience any difficulty receiving our pictures tonight, the number to call 08705 800 888. That's one more time, 08705 800 888.
Well, what a great start here in Glasgow to this British and Commonwealth 9-stone title defence. And Scott Harrison, there he is with Father Peter and Billy Nelson in the corner, just rubbing the grease on him. Couldn't have got off to a better beginning, Jim.
Well, I expected Robinson's best work to come in the first 4 or 5 rounds. If that's the case, then he's in serious trouble here. I still don't think he's thrown the effects of that punch in the first round. He hasn't. There's no confidence in what he's doing. He's coming off second best. That was a big round for Harrison.
It's Scotland against Wales here. It's youth against experience. And at the moment, Scott Harrison is taking the fight to Steve Robinson and looking very good indeed. Do we just possibly have a star on our hands from here north of the border?
I'm still not happy with Robinson's balance. Just now and again you see him, his legs are doing funny things. I don't mean he's hurt. I don't think he's recovered from that. His confidence is gone. He's getting caught square on, his head's not moving.
There's no snap at all in the work of the Welshman, the fitness fanatic who's looking to become a personal trainer. When he hangs up his gloves, he says it won't be now because he's going to beat Scott Harrison. This is looking more and more unlikely.
Even his tactics at the moment, Robinson, he's like a man who's hurt and is just biding time till his head clears. There's no authority in his work, there's no snap in his punches. I think that right hand of Harrison has knocked so much of the fight out of him.
has lost 4 in a row, all in good class, Steve Robinson. European titles, great left hook from Harrison getting through. Again, the legs went of Steve Robinson. And the pressure being inflicted now. I think you're right, Jim. I don't think he's recovered from that first round. And this looks as though Scott Harrison could take Robinson out here.
He is so open. I mean, he was always noted for his tight defence, Robinson. Chin down, hands up. But he's so open and he's taking the punches full force. That is the first sign when you're on the other side of the hill. Punches that you used to glance off, you're taking full force, and that's what happened to him. He's been caught so cleanly from Harrison.
It's all Harrison here. And Robinson offering little in terms of resistance. He's going to have to throw something back. He's tumbled to the floor with a right hand. And referee Richie Davis getting in the way, and he's going to count that as a knockdown in round 3. Very, very worrying moments for Steve Robinson. Is Scott Harrison on the verge of what would be an exceptionally good, quick victory?
The referee's thinking, Adam, the referee's having a good look here. Robinson must grab hold and he must blaze back.
His legs have gone, Jim. His balance is all over the place. And Harrison here about to take Robinson out.
This is what he must do. Grab hold, try to get his head clear. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be his night. All signs are against him. But he started doing things wrong. The ultimate pro is doing things wrong. It's all over.
That's it! Inside 3 rounds, Scott Harrison has the win of his career, and Steve Robinson is battered to defeat. A terrific triumph in front of his home fans, and, well, hardly anyone has done that to Steve Robinson. Yes, he was 32. Yes, it was his 50th professional fight, but this is a proud, hard warrior, and Scott Harrison was simply superb.
Yeah, it would be easy to say Robinson's not what he once was. We don't know what he brought to the ring tonight, Adam, because that right hand in the first round just robbed him of everything that he brought here tonight. That took the fight out of him. He never recovered from it. He never got his balance right, so there was no snap on his punches. That was a tremendous job from start to finish from young Harrison. Perfect job. Did everything right, nothing wrong.
Well, poor Steve Robinson, but look at Harrison, constant pressure, and Robinson was offering nothing.
At this stage he was gone. Steve Robinson has never in his career thought about quitting, and he wasn't thinking about it here, but he just couldn't cope with what was coming his way. The referee was quite right to count there because he'd taken so many punches. Although he did stumble over, it was a legitimate knockdown. That's the punch there that actually caused the knockdown. His legs were gone. From that point, threw a punch back just on sheer instinct, but at this stage, totally gone.
This Scott Harrison looks like he's really packing some power too. His 7th inside the distance win in 17 fights. And, well, the old warhorse had nothing left.
And more maturity coming from young Harrison. He is fast reaching his peak. They can risk him with any featherweight, I would say, well, within reason to qualify that remark, but he is ready to face a world champion now.
And everybody is absolutely loving it here. Scotland have got somebody they can be very, very proud of. Are you looking at the next world champion? Remember the heydays of Jim here, and Ken Buchanan, who is a big supporter. He's ringside tonight too. Scott Harrison, TKO, round 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 2 minutes and 51 seconds of round number 3, referee Richie Davis has stopped the contest. In his opinion, Steve Robinson is in no position to continue. Your winner, and still the featherweight champion of Great Britain and the Commonwealth, from Cambuslang, Scott the Real Harrison. And ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause please for one of the finest world champions of the 1990s, Steve Robinson. Our steward in charge, Mr. Bernard Connolly, will now present the championship belts to the winner And still the featherweight champion of Great Britain and the Commonwealth, Scott Harrison.
Could be very special for Scotland. Reigning British and Commonwealth featherweight champion, and perhaps